Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking ocean industrial age concepts that first translated by Japanese scholars. And we see simplified, traditional looks different on two out of the four characters. So 社会主义, we have to use four characters to express communism. So commune, right? And ism. So this 主义 would be the ism translated as master moral. And then 社会, this communal, this shared property or ideology, this 社会, this togetherness, translated as alter, gather. So Japanese first put these concepts together. That's how they frame us later day Chinese users to view what is communism. When we say 社会主义, there were so many propaganda, music, art forms to sing songs about communism. So 社会主义, since childhood, I heard that like a million times. Let's unpack. Okay, 社, alter. Eventually, the whole thing, the left side means the divine decoder, which I translated as the two horizontal lines are heaven and earth. The three vertical lines are present, past, and future. And so, according to some other scholars, both are according to scholars how to conceptualize this. It simply is our spatial sense, heaven and earth, and a temporal sense, past, present, future. Sort of serve as the coordinate system for humans' sense of dimensions and existence. It's a 4D existence, right? And a second version, according to scholars, is it looks the shape of the altar, ancient times sacrifice table, or as the exact device or location the humans build, supposedly higher on the ground, elevated location, so that you get closer to divinity, and that's where humans collectively talk to the divine. So this divine decoder, and then the right side, two horizontal lines with one vertical line. This is our soil symbol. The reason why it's soil is the ground, the plant, the indicator of somewhere near the root of the plant. And here simply plant ground to provide you the context. And then the key point, the message, is the second longer horizontal line. And that's the surrounding of the root of the plant. And that's soil symbol. Soil plus divine decoder simply is Chinese societies for a long time is agrarian society. They worship all kinds of gods, but the most important god is the soil god, the god who would provide good soil for agriculture activity, right? So this soil god worship or earth god, I guess in ancient times, the earth is not today's earth. Like we have a holistic view of the whole earth as a planet. It's simply the soil, the ground, the farmland, and this farmland worship, treat the farmland as a divinity, and to worship that is a Chinese local agrarian society way of worshiping, and that's the altar. So altar normally would be ceremonial and a collective practice of, say, the whole villagers come together to worship their soil god, the farmland god for the farmland, good harvest year. And then the right side, this one, 社会, means gathering, and gathering is made of this triangle thing, means gather already. And then the bottom is speaking. So we have the mouth symbol. Half opened mouth means continuously speaking. Horizontal line simply is sweet speaking, okay? Talking nicely so that people like to hear. And then we have this oval shape with three vertical lines in it. It's ancient chimney. So apparently there are different versions of chimney. This version shows you, okay, so this is a channel of air, ventilation, right? And then the grid line in between is to prevent bird to nest it in it or fly into your house. So this is how Chinese express chimney. And apparently this chimney have different wordings, depends on where exactly that's located on your house. But for the common understanding of today, the kitchen has chimney or the fireplace have chimney. That's a tunnel, vertical, that got this grid line in between. So we have this talking and we have a chimney. It's almost like ancient Chinese way of pipe talk. Like you talk sweetly, and through this smoking device to channel out your air. So it's almost like a more, I guess, ancient way of being influential, that people gather around your such smoky talk, smoky sweet talk, and that's gathering. So when people gather around the altar, that you almost can view that almost like, okay, equivalent of a Western idea of church gathering, right? Except Chinese worship their soil god. And when people sweet talking, kind of like a preacher, right? Preaching and people gathering in this triangle, that's like the whole society of local level, not whole, country level, but the local level, how people gather around. They have the common goal of surviving and having a common prayer of having the most beneficial earth condition or soil condition to have a good year ahead. So that's how, at least Japanese, this is Japanese scholars' translation and conceptualization of what society is. So together, author gather becomes a Chinese society symbol. And then 主义 simply is master moral. And we have master is a candle light, and this is a candle holder. And the yi is a sheep symbol, plus two weaponry holding me as a, I guess, the clan defender. Together is our concept of moral. And that's simply an ism, English equivalent translation. So 社会主义 is our communism translation. All right. Thank you for your time. See you another day. And this is, the poster child of communism. All right. 社会主义. Thank you for your time.